guys, what's up? Frank Fulci back again with another of my new series, my collection overview. Let me go ahead and adjust this a little bit. Let's see, what's a good angle? Alright, should be a little better. You can see me a little bit better. Anyway, I wanted to talk this week about a company that not too many people mention ever, really. So if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Frank. I usually do haul videos. That's what I'm most known for. Every Sunday I do a haul video. Mostly horror, but other stuff as well. But the last couple of weeks I've been doing a little overview of some of the smaller sections of my collection, and what I mean by that is not huge Scream Factory 400 movie collection or Arrow 400 movies that I have, but week 1 was Full Moon, week 2 was Unearthed, and this week I am doing a company by the name of Necrostorm. They are a company out of Italy, and they were founded in 2009, so they've been around for decent amount of time, long enough that they've put out a few movies. So I wanted to talk about them. Like I said, not too many people talk about them. You rarely ever hear about them, so I want to introduce the world to their stuff. They are on the lower budget end of things, so kind of falls within what I've been doing so far. Full Moon is probably the most popular. Unearthed has a different mix of things, especially recently. Their titles have been a lot better in terms of quality and production value. Necrostorm is another company that they're do-it-yourself. I had recently mentioned in one of my haul, or a couple of my haul videos, about filmmakers named the Onetti brothers. I think Luciano and can't think of the other one right now, but they've done Sono Profondo, Abracadabra is their newest film, Francesca was their middle film in the trilogy. Anyway, when I talked about them, I said how they're hands-on with everything, and they do everything from cinematography, directing, writing, producing, acting in their films, all that stuff. So the guys at Necrostorm are kind of the same, if not even more so. I think it's run by two brothers, or they're related somehow. De Santi is their last name. De Santi, S-A-N-T-I. And from what I've noticed of these movies, they're either directed by Emanuele De Santi, or I think the other one's name is Giulio. Yes, Giulio De Santi. So yeah, these guys do it all. But because of this, I guess their budgets are very tight. And from what I can tell, most of their budget for every movie I've watched goes towards the gore, towards the special effects, whether it's practical and digital. They do a combination of the two, and it works really well for their style of film. I would like to see less digital, but the way these guys make movies, it's crazy. And if you're into gore, this label is for you. Again, they're lower budget, so the acting isn't great. A lot of the time it's actually really bad. But overall, these movies are fun, and if you know what you're getting into, then you'll have a great time with them. If you go in thinking, I'm gonna see a great movie from start to finish with awesome dialogue and a great script and all this, no. That's not what you're gonna get when you watch these movies. But if you like gore and just over-the-top bloodshed and fucking carnage, these are the movies for you. Anyway, guys, enough of that introduction. I'm already 4 minutes in. I first wanted, so I have a bunch of Blu-rays, but I did want to mention one DVD. Now, there's some controversy here, just like there seems to be with most labels these days, and in terms of rights and things like that. This movie is called Hotel Inferno, and I believe it's one of their first films. It says 2013. I said they were founded in 2009, so a couple years in. But this is a DVD put out by Wild Eye, and apparently Wild Eye, according to the boys at Necrostorm, Wild Eye doesn't even have the rights to distribute this movie, which is funny because Wild Eye has put out multiple versions of it, different artwork. I think they put out a line. They have that raw and something weird like line of more gory like extreme flicks. And this is this version, and there's another version, like I said, in the raw and uncut, whatever the fuck they call it. So yeah, apparently they don't have rights to it. According to Wild Eye, they do. So anyway, Hotel Inferno is like a says first person last stand. It's like a first person, just like if you guys have seen the movie Hardcore Henry, which I haven't, or if you've played any, in the existence of video games, there's been tons of first person shooters. So that's what this is like. It's like a first person video game. So you see the main guy's hands the whole time, but he's running through this fucking hotel where there's like demons and monsters and crazy gun fights and all sorts of shit. You can tell just by the cover, although this is not necessarily an image from the movie, but pretty short. Most of these movies are really short. This one's 80 minutes. That's actually on the longer side for a lot of their movies, but wanted to mention that even though it's not official Necrostorm release. I'm gonna do these in a certain order. First off, I'll do this one. This is one that I don't actually remember watching. I look at the back and it kind of refreshes my memory a little bit. It's called Suite 313. This one actually reminded me of Hotel Inferno a lot. It's about a guy, police officer, special agent, who responds to a 911 call at this building. And it turns out this building was donated to do some sort of experiments to the Lumen Corporation, and this woman donated this building, and they're doing all sorts of weird shit. So again, it's like a supernatural, fucking weird things, gore and shit. Again, always gory, always crazy. But this one was okay. Again, you kind of know what you're getting into if you are familiar with Necrostorm. If you're not, hopefully you can take some of my advice here, and I'll steer you clear of some of the ones that you can deal with missing. Which brings me to this. This is the one, I watched this actually last night. Doing these videos makes me do a little bit more homework, and I try to keep things fresh in my memory. Up until like Saturday, this past Saturday, I only had watched like 1 or 2 of these movies. So I just watched 4 of them in the last 4 or 5 days. Just to have some fresh stuff to talk to you guys. I didn't want to just be like, didn't see it, didn't see it, didn't see it. So anyway, Judy is the one that I watched. Actually, no, I watched another one last night. I'll get to that in a second. Judy I watched 2 days ago. This movie is not that great. And it's funny, when you watch these movies, like I said, you're in it for the gore, but sometimes you want more substance, right? This movie, they tried to give you more substance, but I really just was waiting for the gore. And the gore kicks in the last 10 minutes of a 73-minute movie. 73 minutes. It says sci-fi and action. It's not sci-fi, and it's no action in this movie. Their labels are weird because they talk about like their language, English. 2 of these are not in English at all. They don't even have the option for English, and they all say English on the back. They're in Italian. This one was in English but dubbed. Subtitles, they have a bunch. These do come with like a lot of goodies, which are pretty cool. These are the collector editions. There's standard editions as well on their website, necrostorm.com. So little mini posters in each collector's edition. There's Adam Chaplin coming up. There's like 3 or 4 posters in that. But yeah, this movie is not good. It's basically a home invasion movie. This woman is driving along the side of the road, and there's this like sideshow circus freak group called the Crows, and Ursula is the main crow, and she gets upset that this woman doesn't want to like partake in her antics. Oh, I got a trick for you, pretty lady. And pretty lady Mary doesn't want to have anything to do with Ursula or the Crows. So she goes home. Of course, Ursula and her fucking crazy family, friends, whatever they are, follow Mary, and they start tormenting her. But it's a lot of nothing. A lot of nothing goes on until the end, and they fuck her up, and then it's crazy. But it's 10 minutes of gore in something that I expected to be a lot better. So steer clear of Judy. But if you're a completionist, you're going to want to get all these. Necrostorm's website, they do with this thing where it's the package deals, like 3 or 4 Blu-rays for a certain price. And they clearly ship to the US. So next up is the one that I did watch last night, Tater City. Now I remember hearing about this years ago, and everyone seemed to love it. I thought this was okay, but once you watch all these movies back to back, like night after night, it kind of burns you out. So then you do want some more substance. Again, if you were to just throw in Tater City looking for a good time, you're going to have a good time with the gore flick. Tater City is about, again, it's a collector's edition. Tater City, this one is dubbed in English also, is about, it's like set in the future in this city where criminals are used for meat. This is a cannibal city, and they have this Zed system, they call it, and it's like a system of antenna that can trigger the alpha deformation in a criminal's mind. It's something in the brain, this alpha deformation. The Z system detects it, and it's supposed to turn those homicidal serial killer maniacs into, they just off themselves. They turn suicidal instead of homicidal, and then once they kill themselves, the officers of Tater City, who have vowed to stay loyal to the authority, they go and pick up the body, take it to a restaurant or a slaughterhouse or whatever, cook it up, and then they go have a tater burger with this fucking human meat. So interesting premise. Gory as hell. It's very good gore. Again, acting not good. I would love to see a movie done by these guys where they had a bigger budget and just given a great cast of actual performers, because then it would be a flawless horror movie in my opinion. But acting not so great, premise good, gore crazy. There's like animation and stuff, commercials throughout. It's pretty cool. It's different than the rest for sure. Again, more of the same in terms of gore and crazy over the top shit. But next up is Infidus, directed by Giulio of the brothers. I think the only one that is actually directed by Emmanuel is one coming up. This is Giulio. Oh, Emmanuel did Judy. Ah, that's sad. Oh, this one, Sweet 313, was directed by Aaron Pederis. So that was one different. But anyway, Infidus. This one was actually pretty good. Again, about the acting, not great, but this one actually was better than a couple of the other ones. This is in Italian, no English language, although it says language English on the case. Another collector's edition here. There are some posters. I don't want to waste time trying to get this sticker back off. Anyway, this one is about a snuff film ring, a group of people involved in a snuff film business. It's basically a revenge flick. So there's two guys, Baraba and Massimo, two very different guys living very different lives, who were both affected by this group of people who've done this snuff film business. Baraba is the brother of one of the guys who's actually running the business. So he goes to jail early on in the film because of something his brother and his goons have done. He takes the fucking the blame for it, goes to jail for 7 years, I think it is. And once he gets out of jail, he vows to fuck these guys up. He realized they weren't doing the snuff thing in the beginning when he went to jail. He gets out of jail, thinks he's gonna change his brother's life, and he finds out his brother's doing this shit for money. So he's vowed to fuck up all the guys working for him, and he sure does that. The violence in this is ramped up once again. Gory as shit, very good practical effects. I actually really enjoy this movie, and the more I talk about it now out loud to you guys, this one is really good. I think this is my second favorite, and I'll tell you which one my favorite is coming up. Massimo, his wife was a victim of one of these snuff films. So again, Baraba wants revenge and wants to take out these guys who put him in jail. Massimo wants to get his own version of revenge, and this is about their paths eventually crossing. So very good movie, gory as shit. Again, this is violence personified. You definitely want to watch that one. Next up is one I have not seen. This is still, I didn't cut the sticker, I didn't take the sticker off. This is Hotel Inferno 2. Now again guys, up until a couple days ago, I had only seen one of these, so I think I'm doing pretty good. Hotel Inferno 2, clearly a sequel to the Hotel Inferno, so I'm just assuming it's going to be more of the same, maybe bigger and better and more fucking crazy demons and monsters. Again, Hotel Inferno 1, that was the one I said was first person, like an action game. It was good. It was definitely worth a watch. This one is 70 minutes. Again, these aren't long, although Judy was 73 minutes and it felt like 10 hours. So again, it depends on, how well, how much you're into it and how good it actually is. But I'm assuming this one will move quicker. Hotel Inferno 2, The Cathedral of Pain. Haven't watched it, so I can't say much more than that. There is also a Hotel Inferno 3 that just came out. Another new movie that they did, Little Necro Red. I believe that was in the works for many years. That finally got a Blu-ray release. And then there's a couple more. I'll talk about that. This is the last one I actually own in my collection. This is Adam Chaplin. This is the first movie I had ever heard of from Necrostorm. And at the time, I didn't know Necrostorm was a thing. This movie came out in 2010. It says 2017 on the case, but I guess that's when this version of the Blu-ray came out. Because when it first came out, even know if Blu-rays were a thing. When did Blu-ray start becoming a thing? Was it after 2010? But anyway, 2010 was before I was into boutique label collecting. I was worried about what DVD version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre am I gonna get now. I didn't know about things, you know, I don't think a lot of these companies were even around. Vinegar Syndrome didn't come out until 2012. Blue Underground maybe just started out. Arrow was around, but they weren't doing really crazy exploitation movies, I don't think. Scream Factory, when did they start? 2010, 11? Anyway, no, maybe even later than that. Anyway, when Adam Chaplin came out, I don't even know how I heard about it. Maybe through forums or something, but everyone was talking about how crazy it was. I think I had tried to download it at the time, and maybe got like 10 minutes into it. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and it was a shitty copy. But anyway, this is another revenge flick by these guys. This is my favorite one of all of them. This is like a video game, like anime, but with real people. It's a live action movie. It's a revenge flick with a supernatural twist. Adam Chaplin is the main. For an Italian movie, there's a lot of like really American names. Adam Chaplin, the villain who looks like something out of Toxic Avenger, his name is Denny Richardson. Or Denny Richards, I'm sorry. Not even son, but Denny Richards. And when I was watching this, I was trying to think, like, how can I describe this to somebody? This is if Lloyd Kaufman and Lucio Fulci had a child together, and the child was put up for adoption, and then was adopted by Stephen Biro of Unearthed Films, and he grew up, this baby that was adopted by Stephen Biro grew up and started making films. That's what this film is. Adam Chaplin is gory as fuck, but it's like a video game in the sense that it's not first person. But his actions, like he'll punch really fast. Now speed that up by 1,000, and he just punched somebody's head off. It's crazy. The people, like the characters in this, are weird as shit. This is in Italian, no English track available, but English subtitles. There's trailer and animated menu. A lot of these don't have really any special features to speak of. Just maybe some behind the scenes stuff that don't have subtitles. So if you don't know any Italian, you're screwed. I know enough Italian I was able to follow, but there's trailers on some of them as well. But there's definitely a bug in here. Sorry guys, I'm getting distracted by hearing buzzing. But anyway, so this is my favorite one. The acting is a little better, but it's just fucking crazy. The villain, like I said, Denny Richards, he's this mangled up, no face guy with a mask on that has an upside down cross. Adam Chaplin, that guy got his face eaten off by a dog when he was little, by the way. That's why. And he's got all sorts of tubes and shit keeping him alive. Adam Chaplin has a demon that comes out of his back, and he hangs out on his shoulder. He tells him to fuck people up. And Adam Chaplin himself is played by Emanuele De Santi, and he's jacked up, and he makes me want to work out even more than I already do. He's fucking ripped as hell. But yeah, guys, this is a fun one. This is one of their first films ever, and I wish that they just kept getting better and better. But to me, this is their cream of the crop right here. If you want to get only one Necrostorm movie, this is it. Don't expect great acting, but expect a fun time, gore galore, over the top. Like, I'm talking about more than Dead Alive, more than Evil Dead. This is over the top tenfold, like very fucking gory, but it's almost comical. Like, you know, there's gore flicks that are like, oh shit, that's like realistic and it makes me really fucking feel weird. This one you're just gonna have fun with because it's so outrageous. But yeah, definitely watch this one. That's it for my collection. With one of the bundles that I had bought one time, actually I had two of these originally, I sold one. They send a CD soundtrack. Again, I said these guys do everything. They compose all the music for all the soundtracks for all the movies as well. So there's a bunch of tracks on here from a bunch of the different movies. And I also have a Tater City pin. With, you know, I was talking about Tater Burger before, and I don't know if this is gonna focus at all, but there is a Tater. Come on, jackass. Hello. There we go. Tater Burger advertisement on a pin. So that is it for me, guys. Hopefully I did this justice. I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to come in here and say I have 6, 7 movies, I've only seen one of them. Sorry guys, buy them, because then why would you listen to me? So yeah, that's my Necrostorm collection, guys. Again, they're a company out of Italy, very low budget stuff, but I wanted to shed some light on them. I do enjoy their movies for what they are. Overall, they are fun. Like I said, gory as shit. If you're into extreme gore, for gore's sake, basically, there's no reason for any of this. I mean, there's scenes where there's literally just dudes smeared up on the wall and there's no way they're possibly living, but they're still speaking and answering questions. So it's over the top outrageous, but it's fun. So if you want to look into something that you're not quite sure about, now keep in mind the site is really old and they need to redesign it. So the pricing or the design is not mobile friendly. So do it on a desktop computer, visit the website, and convert the pricing from euro, not lira, but euro to, euros to US dollars. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. I do have another haul video coming up this week, just like always. And if you watched my last haul video, I didn't have much, and I was saying how stuff is stuck in the mail, but the mail gods must have heard me, because literally on Monday, the day after I did that video, I got like 20 packages. So we're in for a treat this weekend. I got a lot of good stuff from Severin, fucking Vinegar Syndrome, Fright Rags, every company that is actually doing good stuff, I have a package from. So look forward to that. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm kind of just rambling randomly, but that's what these overview videos are going to be. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Before I forget, make sure you look at the links down below. I launched a new store, Frank Fulci specific merchandise. Just my name for now, in logos that are homages to companies that we love. I did an Arrow version. Today I spent a lot of time working on an Unearthed Films version. You'll see what I'm talking about. Link down below. If you guys want to support me, I only make a couple of bucks on each one of these. It's not for huge profits, but I would love to see you guys rocking Frank Fulci in different designs. There's also stickers. Let me know what other merchandise you want, because I could do everything. Pillows, phone cases, all sorts of dope shit. Anyway, guys, before I get cut off by my camera's time limit, that's it. Make sure you comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think of Necrostorm from listening to me talk about them. Thumbs up, comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys on Sunday. Peace out. Be good.